We want to start sitting up tall. You can bring your hands to your lap, palms down or up. That's your choice. Eyes closed, or the gaze is off your cheekbones. Take a nice inhale through your nose. When you exhale, exhale through your nose or your mouth. When you inhale, breathe into your diaphragm, your ribs, your chest. As you exhale, let the breath release all the way out. Please stay here, connecting with your breath, feeling the inhale, feeling your exhale. With your inhale, scan your body from head to toe. As you exhale, release any tension. Take one more inhale. One more full exhale. At the end of your breath, eyes can open, hands meet, heart center. Take an inhale, reach up. Hands, heart center, exhale. 2 more times, reach up with an inhale. Exhale, hands, heart center. One more time, reach up with your inhale. Exhale, blow it out. Reach your arms up, take a side stretch. You can drop your left arm, reach your right arm up and over, lengthening the right side of your body. Lift up, switch sides, right arm down, left arm up and over. Reach your fingertips up here. Open your arms up to goal pose, but lift your chest. Take a big stretch for the front. Reach your arms up with an inhale. Bring your hands to your lap. Take a cow cat. Lift your chest as you inhale. Chin goes up. Bring your chin to your chest. Open between the shoulder blades, the mid back, the low back. Do that again. Feel the inhale. Bring yourself up. Exhale, round release. We do this one more time. It's your inhale. It's your exhale. Bring yourself up tall. Take a gentle twist to the right. Hands come outside your thighs. Sit up tall. Take your twist. Bring it to center. Take your twist to the left. Bring yourself back to center. You can take your hands on your lap. Take some circles around. Little circle around, loosening up a little bit more here. Take it around in the opposite direction. One more circle around. And then we bring ourselves onto our hands and knees. Right here, bring yourself up. We're taking it on our hands and knees. We'll start with a cow cat once you get there. Take wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Drop the belly, look up. Pull the belly in, round through your spine. Do this a few times. Take your cow cat wherever it feels best for you. One more time. Connect with your breath, move through your spine. Meet in the center. Bring yourself right to the center. Thread the needle. Take one arm out to the side. Slide the arm under. Use that. Give yourself a little stretch for the upper back. If you want to walk your opposite arm out, walk the arm out. Bring yourself back to your hands and knees. Thread the needle. Other side. Arm goes out. Sweep it under. Option. Other arm reaches out. Bring it back to your hands and knees. Take one foot behind. Push the heel away. Stretch through the back of the leg. Drop the hip. Lift the leg hip height. Remember, core is engaged. Add your ankle circles. Change direction for your circles. Slide the leg out to the side. We're opening up the inner thigh, the hips, rocking back and forth. One more time. Bring the leg in, take it to the other side. Foot is back, press the heel away. That's where you start. Level out your hips. Ankle circles here, adding movement to the ankles all the way to your toes. Change direction. Take the leg out to the side. Here comes your inner thigh, little rock of the hips, back and forth. Sliding back and forth wherever it feels good for you. We are going to slide the leg back in. You're back on your hands and knees. You're going to ground down through your hands. Tuck your toes, downward dog, wherever that feels good today. Now, maybe you want it a little wider, maybe you want it a little closer together. Press into your hands, feel all your big knuckles down on the mat. That includes the big thumb and the pointer finger. You can bend your knees and now push your hips back a little further. Get that length through the upper body as you press into your hands. Keep your ears between your biceps. Legs would go straight. You're up on your toes. Let your hips tap the ceiling. And now heels come down and your hips go back. There comes the press down. Walk your dog. Press one heel down as the other leg bends, and then you switch. There's your one foot down and the other foot down. Right here, you're getting that movement through the back of your legs as you press evenly into your hands. One more time on each side. Hold your downward dog. Bring your knees down to the mat. You're back on your hands and knees. You're taking the right leg forward into a low lunge. Tuck the toes. Sweep your fingertips up towards the ceiling, open through the hip. Give yourself a good stretch here. Reach your fingertips side to side with a twist. Fingertips go back up towards the ceiling. And now you're taking your left hand down to the mat. So you have your opposite hand down. It's coming into your side stretch. Sweep your front leg back. And now reach your fingertips over. Think of lengthen all the way through the side of your body. And then you engage. Bring yourself up and you're going to stretch in the opposite direction. You're bringing yourself all the way back. Return your hand down to the mat. Bring yourself back to your hands and knees. And we get ready to do this on the other side. You would take the opposite leg forward. That's going to open up your hips, your quads. Fingertips reach up, tap the ceiling, lengthen. Open your arms side to side. There's your twist, reaching your fingertips. Fingertips go back to the ceiling. Bring your hand down to the mat. You're swinging the front leg back. Here comes that big stretch for the side of your body. Lengthening. You bring yourself up, stretch in the opposite direction. Reaching back and lengthening here. Bring your hands back down to the mat. Return to your hands and knees. Lower down to your forearms. Press into your forearms. It is going to be dolphin. Your choice. You can stay here. You can tuck your toes. Lift your hips. Maybe you walk your feet in closer. These are all options. You pick what works for you. Keep pushing into your forearms. Shoulders are lifting up and away from the mat. Take one more breath. Knees come back to the mat. Child's pose as you sweep your hands behind. Relax through your shoulders. Let your forehead meet your mat. Take a breath here. Big inhale into the back rib cage. Exhale, blowing it all out. Low plank happens here. Take your arms forward. Walk your feet away. And maybe you're on your knees to start. Maybe you're up on your toes. There's your low plank. We're waking everything up. Your quadriceps lift to the ceiling. Your heels reach away from you. You have a nice zip of the core, squeeze of the glutes. Bring your knees down to the mat. Tops of the feet meet the mat. Sphinx pose. Ground down through your hands and your forearms. Do a pretend little drag so you can stretch the front and the back of the body. Lower yourself down. Locust happens here. Your hands are by your thighs. Your fingers reach towards your toes. Upper body lifts. There is the lift of the lower body. Now you're really waking up the glutes, the hamstrings. Hold it. Cobra. Big or small. Your choice. Bring yourself up. Maybe you look over your shoulders. Maybe you don't. That's completely optional. Bring yourself down. Press yourself back into your child's pose. Here comes your child's pose. Pressing back. Stretch. Elbows come up off the mat. Getting a more active movement here. Bring yourself to your hands and knees. We're setting ourselves up for plank. You're still grounding down through your hands. You're taking your feet away. Now maybe you have your knees down. Here comes your downward dog. Press into your hands. Engage your core. Lift your hips. Push your hips back. Take a downward dog. Breathe into your diaphragm, your ribs, your chest. As you exhale, slide forward. Plank pose. Hold your plank. There is that wake up for the entire body in your plank. Downward dog. Lift the hips. Use the core. Press back. Full inhale. Plank pose. Slide forward. Hold your plank. Engage. Strong through the core. Downward dog. Lift your hips. Press back. Hold your downward dog. Take your full inhale. Soften your knees. Look towards your hands. Step walk. Ragdoll when you get your feet near your hands. Your knees are bending, and here comes ragdoll. Little swing side to side. Wherever it feels good, loosen everything up. Bring yourself to the center. And now carefully rolling up one vertebra at a time. Feel free to support yourself. Bringing yourself all the way up. Let your shoulders come back and down. We're going to take a big reach up. Side stretch when you get there. Fingertips up. Take it up and off to one side. Bring it to center. Up and off to the other side. Bring it to center. Take those goalpost arms as you lift your chest towards the ceiling. Look up. Take an inhale, reach up, forward fold. Let yourself come down. Now I'm staying halfway, meaning I'm going to press my hands into my thighs, maybe right underneath my knees. That's my halfway fold. You can go deeper if you want today. It's your choice. With an inhale, you're reaching all the way up. Hands come to your heart center. We do that again. Here comes your inhale, reach up, side stretch once you get there. Take it up and over to one side. Take it over to the other side. Bring it to the center. Lift your chest towards the ceiling, open your arms. Big opening. Reach to the ceiling, forward fold wherever that is for you. Give yourself a nice opening for the back of your body. With an inhale, bring yourself all the way back up. Hands come to heart center. Chair pose here. Slide your hips back a little or a lot. Once you're here, today we're going to take our hands, sweep them behind your back, reach, clasp your hands, and then reach your arms away from you as you hold your chair pose. Pull in the belly, strong through the legs. Take an inhale. And then as you exhale, take a full forward fold. Release your hands down. Forward fold is wherever it feels good for you. With an inhale, bring yourself all the way up. We repeat that one more time. Hands heart center. Chair pose, hips slide back. Hold the chair pose. Reach your hands behind you. Open the chest. Clasp your hands. Hands reach away down your back. Legs are strong. Core is tight. Lift your arms up and away. Keep them active. Take your inhale. Forward fold is your exhale. Release it down. With an inhale, bring yourself all the way up right here. Hands, heart center. We're going into our warrior one. Your right foot will go to the front. Your left foot steps back. Get the distance that works for you. Get the width that feels good. Fingertips are reaching up. Now, strong front leg. Hips face the front the best you can. Try to lift your big toes to activate your legs. And as you exhale, soften the shoulders. Take one more breath here. Bring your hands down to your thigh. Pyramid pose, front leg goes straight, and there's your stretch over your front leg. Now I'm going to stay up a little higher. You're going to take it wherever you want. Just remember you can wiggle your toes. We don't want to push into our toes. This is a stretch for the back of the front leg. If you don't feel it, there's a good chance you need to level out your hips a little bit. Soften the front knee, bring yourself all the way up. Warrior one, bend the knee, lift up, hold your warrior one. Hands come to your heart center. Step to the top of your mat. We do this on the other side. Left foot to the front, right foot steps back. Again, pick the distance that works, pick the width that works. Once you have your feet, fingertips go up. There's your hold. Wiggle your toes, lift your big toes. That includes the big toe of the back foot. Bring your hands to your front thigh. Front leg goes straight, pyramid as you bring yourself forward. And again, that's wherever it works for you. Now I'm staying a little higher. You might like to go lower. They're all great options. You know what works for your body. One more full breath. Make sure the front knee's a little soft. Warrior one, as you bring yourself back up, there's the tap of your fingertips to the ceiling. Bring your hands to heart center. Step to the top of the mat. And we repeat that one more time. Right foot to the front, left foot steps back, warrior one. There's your warrior one. Connect with the breath. Soften the shoulders. Pyramid. Bring your hands to your thigh. Slide your hips back to get a nice stretch for the front leg. That would be the hamstring. Warrior one. Bring yourself up. Add the bend in the knee. Take your inhale. Hands sweep behind your back. Clasp your hands behind your back. Lift your chest with an inhale. Humble warrior is your exhale. Bring your arms up as you hinge forward, taking your gaze towards your back foot. Arms go up, up, up. Now stay strong through the center. We want to avoid just collapsing our upper body on our thigh. Use some strength here. Release your fingertips to the mat. Keep your fingertips on the mat. It is going to be standing splits. You take your time, adjust your weight, bring the back foot up. There's your lift of the back leg. Try to think, relax your neck, top of the head towards the floor. Maybe you bring your chest closer to your thigh. Bring the foot next to the other foot on the mat. Take a little ragdoll, soften the knees. Little side to side sway wherever it feels good. Bring yourself to the center and gently roll up one vertebra at a time. Once you get up, we have warrior one on the other side. Here it comes. Right foot back, fingertips up, warrior one. Let your feet really settle into your mat. Hold the pose. Connect with your breath. Pyramid pose. Front leg would go straight. And then wherever you want to support yourself as you stretch the front leg. High or low, any place in between. Warrior one, bring yourself up, bend the front knee, stay solid through your feet, keep pressing them firmly into your mat. Feel the inhale. Now, as you exhale, hands come behind your back, clasp your hands, lift your chest, really open up, humble warrior. Bring your chest forward, arms go up, big or small, stay strong and supportive. Your gaze can go towards your back toes. Arms go up, up, up. Fingertips are coming down to your mat. Weight will shift. It is your standing splits. Take your time. Leg goes up a little or a lot. Just depends how it feels today. Drop the top of the head towards the floor. Bring your chest towards your thigh. Take one more breath. Foot comes back down to the floor. Ragdoll when you get there. Soften the knees. Float your hips side to side. And now carefully roll yourself up, one vertebra at a time. And we're going through a full vinyasa. Reach your arms up, take your inhale. Forward fold is your exhale. Halfway lift. Bring your hands to the mat, step back into your plank pose. Hold your plank. Lower your plank to the floor, cobra. Wherever that is for you today, take your cobra. Meet in downward dog. Lift your hips, press back. Connect with your breath. That means soften the neck. Breathe into your diaphragm, ribs, and chest. When you exhale, the knees soften. You look towards your hands. Step or walk towards the top of your mat. Halfway lift when you get there. Lengthen the spine. Forward fold. Reach all the way up. Hands, heart center. We're taking a chair pose right here. You're going to slide your hips down. Once your hips are down, eagle arms. Open up your arms, give yourself a big hug. If you want to go all the way and take the wrap, take the wrap. Sink the hips though. Pull in the core. Stay strong through the legs. Hold it here. With an inhale, reach up, extend your hands, give yourself a stretch. Hands come to heart center. Here comes your chair pose. Hips slide down. Open your arms up. Here comes your eagle arms or the hug. You know what works for you. Hips are down, core is snug. Hold it here. Focus on the breath. Strong, strong legs. With an inhale, reach all the way up. Bring your hands to heart center. We're going to lift our left knee. Find your balance here. Ground into the right foot. Lift the left knee. Hold your balance. High lunge. Take the left foot back behind you. Get your balance here. Let your fingertips go up towards the ceiling. There's your high lunge. Hold it here. Add your twist as you reach your fingertips side to side, or I should say front back. There's your twist. Fingertips go up towards the ceiling. Warrior two. Open the back foot. Take your arms open to the side. And there's your hold for your warrior two. Now let's really feel our feet connect to the mat. Let your fingertips reach it side to side. Your gaze can go over your front fingertips. Stay up tall. Reverse your warrior. Flip your front hand, reach back, get a big stretch through the body. Extended side angle, bring your forearm to the thigh, sweep the back arm up and over. Open your chest, really lengthen here. Fingertips, top hand goes towards the ceiling. Triangle pose, front leg goes straight, bottom arm is straight, but right here, straight line from the tailbone to the top of the head. If you need to come up a little higher. Keep your chest open, shoulders are stacked. Take a full inhale, full exhale. With an inhale, bring yourself all the way up. There's your warrior two. Relax into it. Bring your hands to your hips. Straighten your front leg. Toes are facing the corners of your mat. Side lunges. Little hinge side to side to move through your hips. There's that little side to side. Bring yourself to the center. Take a goddess pose. Bend the knees. Open up the arms. Hold it here. Lift the right heel. Hold it. Just keep it there. Right heel goes down. Lift the left heel. Hold it. Steady breath. Heel goes down. Right heel comes up. Hold it. Right heel down. Left heel comes up. Hold it. Heel goes down. Hands come to your hips. Legs go straight. Toes face front. Forward fold. Big or small, wherever it works for you. There's your forward fold for your break. With an inhale, slowly bring yourself all the way up. Take a big step, meet at the top of your mat. Hands, heart center. Lift your right knee, ground your left foot. There's your knee lift, little balance. Focus on the breath. Foot is sinking into the mat. High lunge, carefully bring this foot behind. Once you have your foot grounded, fingertips can lift up. And right here, sink into your front foot, stay strong through the back leg. That means extend it, strong back leg. Use your glutes and your hips. Add your twist. Fingertips go side to side. Hold it there. Remember to breathe. Fingertips reach the ceiling. Warrior two. Open your arms, adjust your back foot. There comes your warrior two. So right here, stay up tall. Take your gaze over your front fingertips. Feet are sinking down. Strong through your center. Reverse your warrior. Flip your front hand, reach back. Strong front leg right there as you lengthen. Extended side angle. Bring your forearm to your thigh. Let the back arm reach around. You're staying strong through your core. Lengthening. Chest is open to the front of the room. Fingertips touch the ceiling on the top hand. Triangle. Bottom arm straight. Bottom leg straight. Now, if you need to come up, come up. We want no pain in your low back. This is about straight lines. Make a triangle with your legs. Make a triangle with your upper body and your bottom hand. Focus on the breath, lengthening. Keep reaching through the top of your head as you inhale. Warrior 2 is your exhale. Bend the knee. Bring yourself back into your warrior 2. Gaze can go over your front fingertips. Soften the shoulders. Feel your feet settle, sink into your mat. Bring your hands to your hips. Front leg can go straight. Toes face the corners of your mat. It is your lunging side to side. Take it from one side to the other side. See if you can keep your hips facing front. Keep them level if you can. As you slide side to side. Use more core strength to support yourself. One more time in each direction. Bring yourself to goddess in the center. Ground down through the feet. Arms can go up. Knees bend. Engage the core. Solid here. Right heel up. If it works for you, left heel goes up. There's your balance. Hold it on your toes. Focus on the breath. Bring the heels to the mat. Take your hands to your hips. Little pulses up. It's a little lift and lift. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Bring yourself all the way up. Toes face the front. Take your forward fold wherever that is. Maybe you stay halfway up. Maybe you bring your hands to the mat. Maybe you reach towards your big toes or the outside of your feet. Wherever it works for you. Soften the neck. Take one more breath. Soften the knees. Hands come to your hips. Bring yourself all the way up. And you can walk your feet in. We are going to practice our tree pose. Shake out your legs a little bit. Do what you need to do. Wherever you like to take your tree pose, if you like to step off your mat, start with whichever side you want to start with. Hands can come to heart center. Maybe it's kickstand today. Maybe it's your low leg. Maybe you're going to take it up high. These are all options. Once you have your legs, arms go wherever you want to take them. Now think lift up. Really have a string. Pull the top of your head towards the ceiling. Get solid through your center. Start relaxing your arms. Relax your legs. Shake it out. We take it to the other side. Here comes. First, find your balance. Find your feet. Where do you want them? High or low? Once you have that, you can lift your arms, but maybe you keep them at heart center today. String is lengthening you. Your foot is super solid on the floor, but you have a string lifting the top of your head, a little more lightweight through the upper body. Relax your arms, relax your legs. Meet at the top of your mat, and we are going through a vinyasa, taking it down to the floor. Here's your inhale, reach up. Forward fold is your exhale, wherever it feels good. We stay for an extra breath. Maybe you bend the knees a little deeper, soften the neck, relax the jaw, enjoy your forward fold. Halfway lift, press your hands into your legs, lengthen your spine, strong through the legs. Plank pose, bend your knees enough to connect your hands to the mat, walk your feet back. Here's your plank, wherever it feels best for you. That's where you're gonna hold it. Strong upper body, strong through the core. Lift the quads. Lower to the mat, whatever method you want to use. Cobra, when you get there, reach the toes away. Lift up a little or a lot. Make it feel good. Look from one side, look to the other side. Lower down. Child's pose. Press yourself back. Give yourself a nice stretch. And that might include adding wrist circles or not. It could be extending further through your fingertips, lifting the elbows. Bring yourself to your hands and knees. We'll practice our crunches here, opposite arm, opposite leg. One arm goes out. Feel that solid hold through the other hand. Opposite arm or leg, drop the hip, feel the core, add your crunch. Bring your elbow to your knee, pause when you get there, extend it out. Bring your elbow to your knee, pull your belly in, pause, extend it out. Here comes crunch in, pause and hold it, extend out. 2 more times. You bring it in, pause, extend it out. 1 more time, in, pause, extend it out, hold the out, relax your arm and leg. We take it to the other side. Get solid, reach your arm, reach your leg, find your balance, add your crunch. Elbow, knee, pause, extend it out. Elbow, knee, pause, extend it out right here. Engage the core. Pull the belly in, stay strong through the center. Extend. 2 more times. Bring it in and pause. Extend it out. 1 more time. Pause. Extend. Bring your hand and leg down. Take a cow cat. Give yourself a nice stretch here. Round. Release. Downward dog. Use the downward dog. Stretching here. Lift the hips, press them back. Lift one leg up, 3-legged dog. Open it, bend the knee, open the hip, feel a big stretch. It is your pigeon pose. Bring the knee up towards your hands and you make any adjustments that feel good. So once you're here, my block is handy. I like to use my block. I also like to stay higher. That doesn't mean you do. You might like to take it down lower. Go for it. Listen to your body. That means if it hurts your knee, if it hurts your hips, make adjustments. You're going to put the legs in a position that feels right for you as you take the stretch. And then you're more than welcome to go low. It is not my preference. I prefer to stay higher. You're going to pick what works best for you. Take a few breaths, really opening up right here. To come out of the pose, we return to our downward dog. I'll be coming into my hands and knees and then lifting my hips. Giving yourself a stretch, release it. Maybe there's a different move you prefer to take. Lift the opposite leg. There's your 3-legged dog. Bend the knee, open the hip, keep pressing evenly into your hands. Pigeon pose on this side. Knee comes forward towards your hands, wherever that is for you. Now keep in mind, what you do on one side doesn't mean that's what you do on the other side. Hips are finicky, they do their own thing. Make the adjustments you need to make the pose work for you. So we don't try to get into this perfect whatever pigeon pose is. We make the pose work for our body. So you move your leg where it works, adjust your foot, go high, go low. It's wherever you get the best stretch for your body. Hold it a little bit longer. We carefully start bringing ourselves out of the pose. Downward dog is where we're going, giving yourself one more stretch in your downward dog. Big, small, any place in between, wherever you need it most. That might mean bent knees to get long through the spine. It could be pressing the heels down. It could be shaking out the head. We're bringing ourselves through into a seated position. Walk your legs through, whatever method works for you. Swing your legs out in front of you. Now we're going to be taking it down to the floor. Take your block and your strap with you. We will be using it in a little while. Carefully roll yourself down. We are going to be taking it into our bridge pose here. Walk your heels in close enough that your fingertips, when they're by your side, they graze your heels. That's about where your feet should be. Arms are going to press down, press evenly into both your feet as you lift your hips. And then we think shoot the tailbone away. And I say that because we want to think of this straight line from our shoulders to our knees. Now you want to press evenly into the heel, the ball of the foot. You should be able to engage your glutes without having discomfort in your low back. Think lengthen the spine. Hold it a little bit longer. Bring your hips down to the floor. Take a figure four on one side. Take the ankle over. And here comes your bridge lifting up. We're going to lift and we hold. Today we're doing more isometric holds. Hold it here for your bridge. It's a one-legged bridge. Now, same idea. You want to shoot the tailbone away. You want to feel your glute working, your hamstring. What is your core doing? It should be helping you in the movement. Hold it a little bit longer here. 5, 4, 3, 2. Bring the hips down. And now what we're going to do is a little bit of core. Keep the figure four and then lift this leg up and then carefully tap it down. Now here comes that lift and the tap. If you need more effort, the bottom leg goes straighter. So maybe you have a little less bend in it. Now remember, your low back stays completely against the mat and you're using your core to lift and lower the legs. We have 5, 4, here's your 3, it's your 2, one more time, keep the foot down, bring both your feet back to the floor, reach your heels with your fingertips, lift your hips for bridge, give yourself a nice stretch right here, shoot the tailbone away, press into your heels, straight line, zip the core, rib cage in, hold it. Knees are shooting forward. If they like to flare, check to see that they're staying forward. Bring the hips down. Take your figure four on the other side, ankle goes over. Lift up here. There's your single-legged bridge, pressing into the heel, ball of the foot. Hold it. Think hips up, tailbone away. Strong through the core. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Remember to breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2. Hips come down. This is your core strengthener. You're going to lift the leg and tap it down. And again, you're going to focus. Low back stays on the mat. If you need more effort, the bottom leg is going to go straighter. Maybe you have it all the way straight. I'm keeping a bend as you tap and lift. Exhale when you're doing the most effort. 5, 4, 3, 2. One more time. Take a happy baby. Bring both your knees in towards your armpits. Take the bottom of the feet towards the floor. Add a little rocking side to side if that feels good for you. Lengthen the spine. Use a happy baby to get everything lengthening from the tailbone to the top of your head. Toes are going towards the ceiling. Lift your toes towards the ceiling. Point your toes. Pull your toes down. Lengthen the back of your legs. Toes go towards the ceiling. Toes pull down. One more time. Point the toes. Pull the toes down. Add ankle circles. Take your ankles around in one direction. Take your ankles around in the other direction. Point your toes to the ceiling. Spread your toes apart. Get as much space between every single toe that you can. Soften the toes. Open your legs to a V. Wherever that is for you, hold your V. I like to support my legs with my hands, but you might choose something else. And you can point and flex your toes. Ankle circles. Bring your legs back up to center. We're going to hold it just for about, 15 more seconds. Hold it a little bit longer. Give yourself, this is considered an inversion. Now from here, we bring our knees into our chest. Give yourself a nice hug. You can wrap your arms around. Maybe you can reach towards your opposite elbow, giving yourself a big hug. Hold on to one knee, extend the other leg out. Open up through the hip. Give yourself a big stretch as you lengthen, open the hips. Hopefully your strap is nearby. We're going to grab our strap. Take the strap around the bottom of the foot. Bottom of the foot goes towards the ceiling, and there's your stretch. Wherever that is for you, you make adjustments to make this stretch work for your body. Open the leg to the outside, inner thigh stretch. Hold that here. Try to keep your hips square to the ceiling. Bring the leg up to the center. Take the leg across the midline. There's the stretch through the hips. Soften the breath. Bring the legs back to the center. Both your knees come in. Give yourself a hug If you can reach your elbows, reach towards your elbows. If not, no worries. We extend the opposite leg out, open up through the hip. This is a great stretch right here. Feel the hips open. You want to see if your calf can meet the mat. Start taking the strap around the bottom of the foot. Bottom of the foot goes towards the ceiling, hamstring stretch. And again, you make any adjustments to get the best hamstring stretch for you. Relax the hip into the floor, feel that softness. Take the strap in the outside hand, open the leg to the side. This is your inner thigh stretch. Again, try to keep your hips squared to the ceiling to get the best stretch for your inner thigh. Start bringing the leg to the center. Take the leg across your midline. There's your outer hip, outer thigh stretch. Start bringing the leg back up to center. You can set your strap off to the side. Bring your knees into your chest, little circles on your back in one direction, then in the other direction. Feet come down to the floor. Figure four. It's a stretch. Bring the bottom leg up as long as it feels okay for your hips. There comes a stretch. Again, you make any adjustments. This is a stretch for your glutes. You want to make it the best stretch for your body. Start bringing the foot down to the floor. Keep the figure four. Open your arms to the side. Take a spinal twist. Top foot taps the floor. Shoulders stay open. Chest is open towards the ceiling. It's a stretch in one direction. And now you carefully bring the legs up and let them drop in the opposite direction. Here's your spinal twist in the other direction. Bring everything back to center. Switch the leg on top for your figure four. Bring the bottom leg up. Add your stretch wherever it is best for you. Bring the foot down to the floor. Add your spinal twist. Arms open, foot drops, chest opens. Soften the breath. Relax the body. Bring the legs back to center. Take it off to the other side. Bring it back to center. Take a long stretch. Reach all the way from your fingers to your toes. Lengthen as far as you can. Take a banana stretch. Walk your arms and legs off to one side. Arms and legs off to the other side. We're getting ready for Shavasana. If there's any other stretches you want to take, if you want a little circle on your back, if you need to take a happy baby, if you need to take a V stretch, whatever you need, do what you need. And then you want to start getting yourself ready for your Shavasana. Now that could be legs straight toward the corners of your mat, unless it bothers your knees, then or your low back, then you might bend your knees. Arms are going to be by your side. Generally, palms up lets your shoulder blades rest into the mat. Eyes closed. Gaze could be off the cheekbones if that is more comfortable. Breath is relaxed at your own pace, your own rhythm. Allow softness from the top of your head to your fingertips, all the way to your toes. Present, use these last few minutes to let the body relax. Keep your mind present. As thoughts enter, acknowledge them, let them go. Focus on the breath if you need to have something to stay present. Start bringing movement into your fingers and your toes. Deepen your breath. Add a long stretch, waking up the body, reaching overhead, toes are reaching away. When you're ready, knees are coming into your chest, giving yourself a hug. We bring ourselves onto our side as a chance to reconnect with your breath. Take a breath or two here, and then begin bringing yourself up into a comfortable seated position where we will meet with our hands heart center. With an inhale, reach your arms up. Hands heart center here. Namaste. Thank you.